Imagine this heartbreaking. Your lifelong companion, the one who knows all about your. There you lie, motionless in a hospital bed. All your secrets, your eccentricities, your joy, and your darkest fears. He was encircled by wires and machines. Once unstoppable, the strong heart is now vulnerable. The constant beeping of monitors has drowned out the laughter that used to fill the room. This was no daytime drama or television screenplay for Kelly Ripa. When Mark Consuelos, her beloved husband, was unexpectedly hospitalized and faced an unanticipated struggle, her world was flipped upside down. The morning voice that has always brought a smile to everyone's face has been Kelly. Recent sentimental memories, however, brought back the terror she felt when Mark was hurried to the hospital. Carrying her husband into critical care, she recalled the gurney, the interminable white corridors, and the blur of sirens. She whispered frantic prayers beneath her breath. There was no way this could be happening, she confessed. I was afraid I may lose him while we were just talking about dinner plans. The following events shocked the audience. Mark begged to see their kids in the early hours of the intensive care unit, despite his speech problems. It was more than just a request. A father's dying wish, spoken with all the honesty in the world. He insisted on speaking to his children face to face. Rather than his illness or his suffering, the focus should be on love. Before it was too late, he wanted to make sure they remembered all that mattered. A single request, spoken in hushed tones, broke Kelly's heart in a way that no photograph could ever depict. Let me tell you where this story takes an unexpected turn. For the simple reason that Mark's wish was not easy to grant. Their offspring were dispersed, some engaged in paid employment, some in school, and all leading the lives their parents had so lovingly prepared them for. On one hand, Kelly was upset. She had a choice. Keep them safe from the immediate terror of their father's illness, or grant his wish and force them to confront a truth they weren't prepared for. The entire family's reality changed when she made the choice to love. The reunion was absolutely mesmerizing when the kids showed up. Despite being dependent on machines, Mark regained his composure and became the strong father his children needed, as Kelly described it. In a series of heartfelt remarks, he addressed each of the children individually. He encouraged his eldest son to be brave and responsible. He spoke to his middle child about kindness and resilience. Whispering something about happiness, he reminded his youngest that laughter is a strength. The emotional weight, however, becomes more profound at this point. Kelly admitted that she felt her husband was preparing his family for more than just healing. She could see he was also preparing them for the potential of saying goodbye. It was plain to see in his gaze, feeling the delicate balance between love and sadness as one approaches the brink of mortality. Kelly found it intolerable. As your partner appears to be at peace with letting go, how can you maintain your hope? This is the scene that broke the hearts of viewers all throughout the United States. After the kids left the room, Mark discreetly asked Kelly if they ever doubted his love for them. This was revealed by Kelly. When he implored Kelly, "If I can't say it tomorrow, promise me you'll keep telling them for me." Kelly's heart wrenched at his last wish and appeal. But it was also the source of her strength as she remained by his side, fighting against the tide of despair. The mystery persisted, though. Is this going to be their last family chat ever? Is it possible that such words might be his last testament? Kelly said that the anxiety she felt while waiting in the intensive care unit was due to this uncertainty. Faith, the good times they shared in their youth, and the prospect of all the milestones they still had ahead of them were the things she held to. She had an epiphany in the middle of many sleepless nights. Things like this happen to every family. In a hospital, perhaps not. Possibly not in the intense light of the intensive care unit. Conversely, when our words hold greater weight than ever before, when love and terror clash, and when tomorrow seems uncertain. Kelly has recently shared a message with her followers, which was inspired by that discovery. Make haste. I love you. Don't hold back. Forgive immediately. Share a joke, a story, or an embrace right now. Because love is the only coin we have left when life puts us into those intensive care units. The realization usually hits us only as the clock is ticking. However, Kelly's narrative does not conclude on a depressing note, for the simple reason that Mark's tenacity started to shine, just like Consuelo always intended. Gradually, the doctors had minor successes. He was able to breathe more easily. He got red again. A glimmer of his smile returned to the room. Every advancement seemed like a dream come true. Everyone. The irrefutable charisma, humor, and talent of Kelly Ripa's husband, Mark Consuelos, have long won over the hearts of millions. His partnership with Ripa elevated him to the status of one of Hollywood's most beloved couples, and his portrayal of the dashing and charming Hiram Lodge on the popular TV series Riverdale garnered him a legion of devoted fans. However, the actor has endured unspeakable hardships off-screen, such as a critical illness battle that rocked his loved ones and admirers to their very core. The news that Consuelos had been hospitalized after a sudden and severe health scare shocked the world. Fans were on the edge of their seats for days as information remained scarce. In the hopes that the actor would make a full recovery, his friends, colleagues, and millions of fans took to social media to express their support for the Consuelos family. But behind those encouraging remarks was a torturous ordeal for Consuelos and his family. According to reports, physicians had warned Mark's family that he might not make it through the ordeal. Everyone was taken aback because he had appeared perfectly healthy only days prior, and the announcement of his hospitalization was unexpected. As the doctors in the intensive care unit battled valiantly to stabilize his condition, it became clear that the stakes were higher than anybody had imagined. His loved ones stood watch with him, praying for a miracle despite all odds. During those tragic days, Mark made a final, passionate request, one that would leave his family devastated but resolved to keep his word. Those closest to the family say that Mark had a modest but profound last wish. He wanted Michael, Lola, and Joaquin to know that his love and pride in them would remain constants no matter what happened. He entrusted Kelly, his rock, with the responsibility of conveying his deepest affection, highlighting their immense delight in his life. Mark, who is already weak, managed to make his plea through his tears. Although he was aware of the challenges that lay ahead, he took solace in the fact that his loved ones would be by his side no matter what. Hearing her husband say those things broke Kelly Ripa's heart. Their close-knit bond had seen them through many challenges. The prospect of parting ways with him was nearly unbearable. However, Mark was assured by Kelly, the unwavering and caring partner, that she would grant his dream. It was an unbearable burden that no husband or wife should ever have to bear. The unfaltering fortitude she displayed was bolstered by the unending compassion of their extended family and the love and encouragement of their children. Some improvements in Mark's health were noticed as time went on. Although doctors were cautiously optimistic, the prognosis was still unclear. The strength to persevere came from his resiliency and the immense love and support that enveloped him. The prognosis for Mark and his loved ones improved gradually as his health stabilized. Quite simply, it was a miracle. Mark has come a long way on his difficult path to recovery, and his family is unwavering in their commitment to his health and happiness. The medical staff that fought valiantly to rescue Mark, and the unfaltering love and support of his fans and family, have all been thanked by Mark himself. The event has left an indelible mark on Mark and his family. Instead of a tragic ending, we now have a story of triumph, optimism, and rebirth. Still, they'll never fully recover from the trauma of their initial days in the intensive care unit. The ultimate wish Mark gave his children was a moving testament to the transience of life, the value of loved ones, and the strength of love itself. Many people are finding courage and inspiration in Mark's story as he continues his journey to recovery. The strength of family bonds and the power of the human will to persevere through unfathomable tragedy are both demonstrated by his story. Honoring Mark Consuelos' amazing last wish to constantly remind their children of his profound love for them, his family remained united through it all, cherishing each moment.